Hey, two cameras. All right. Let me adjust this lighting. It looks kind of funny. All right, so if this is your first time being introduced to me, hey y'all, hey. I'm Jamelia R, PR coach and visibility strategist. I have 13 years of experience in PR, marketing, and events. My zone of genius lies in coaching business owners to tell better stories about their products and their services so that they can build up their factors of liking, knowing, and trusting. Like, getting credibility for your business is so important, especially as a service provider, because people, one, are attaching themselves to you, not just to your business, not just to this logo, this brand, this website that you have. So having the ability to properly talk about yourself, to properly promote your brand and your business is super hugely important. So I'm going to show you guys through this series how that works for you, how PR is helping you grow your business and grow your brand, and all the things that you need to be doing to actively engage with your audience. I know that so many of us are looking to get in front of new people, and not just anybody, but get in front of the right audiences. So that's what this series is about. So be sure that you text the keyword expert to 404-800-1806. I almost forgot my own number. So let's kick this series off. So I know that some of you all, this may be your first time being introduced to me, and you're kind of just like, who is Jamelia and what is she all about? So let me give you guys like a little background about me so that you can be sure that you're talking to the right person. I want you to be sure that you're watching the right video, you're in the right room. So 13 years of experience in PR, marketing, and events. And how all of this started, you guys, I started in college as a pre-med major. Not really knowing what I was going to do, but a lot of times when we go to college, our parents send us off. You're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a lawyer. That's what I thought I wanted to do. Luckily, I had a really, really great mentor in healthcare. And one thing that he told me, he was like, yeah, you believe you're watching the right video? You are. You in the right place, Mark. But overall, your parents are going to tell you, like, you'll be a doctor or a lawyer when you go to school. Because when we're in high school, they don't really give us the experience with jobs. So you kind of just guess what you might like, right? So for me, that guess was, okay, I'm going to go into healthcare. And from there, I realized once I was in labs and once I was dealing with blood and all of that stuff, I was like, this is not for me. Like, your girl is not happy in this space with all of these bodily fluids floating around and with masks on my face. Like, I wasn't happy. So my mentor, he told me, he said, why don't you try healthcare marketing? So from healthcare marketing, that's when I started understanding the business side of things. And I was like, yo, that's my jam. Back then, this was before social media was a thing. This camera's kind of shaky, you guys. I'm sorry. I worked really hard on this setup today. I don't know what's going on. But he was like, if you don't like healthcare, if this blood and stuff isn't for you, let me introduce you to the business side of things. That was healthcare marketing. I worked at a hospital doing their marketing, helping them create brochures, doing a lot of community awareness campaigns. Because like I said, there wasn't live streams back then. There wasn't social media channels where you could let everybody know what you had going on in your business. So we were hard-hitting, feet to the pavement for marketing. We was handing out brochures. We were having community engagement things. So from there, I got one of the most coveted internships in the capital of Michigan, working for Capital Area Michigan Works as the PR and marketing assistant. It was just me and my boss. She was the chief communications officer. And what we did was a lot of campaigns around the workforce industry in Michigan, being sure that we were bringing more jobs to the community, being sure that everything that our CEO said, as far as like ghostwriting, his public speeches, all of that stuff was going to be sure to not only get us the votes that we needed from legislators, but also getting the community to vote on our side. So it was a lot of persuasive work that we did. But I said all of that to say, later on, and I'm giving you guys my background so you can really know what this 13 years of experience in marketing, PR, and events included. And then after that, I moved to Atlanta, went to grad school, started working in a university system, helping them with their marketing, their websites, transforming from Redline to WordPress, having brochures made, creating community engagement events to rally students to come and join our program. While I was doing that, y'all, I created a side hustle. Now, this side hustle was not, what I do now. What I do now is helping people with public relations. But what I did then was I created an event service. And what we did was we helped young professionals have engaging after work hours. I was the host of happy hours that was purpose for networking and for exploring the city. That business was called Sokol. But from Sokol, that's when I really found my passion for small business owners. That's where I found my passion for public relations in the capacity of me helping you guys rather than me working for a corporation. So that led to my full-time entrepreneurship. From there, that's where I gained all of my clients, my first initial clients in business when it came to being a publicist. I'm no longer a publicist, but back then I was a publicist for small business owners, for some high profile celebrities, as well as some community leaders. So this was super cool because that gave me the opportunity to use my entire skill set and give it to people who needed it the most. Small business owners who were looking to grow their influence, small business owners who were looking to grow their brand, a lot of product providers, a lot of service providers. So not only were we getting media attention, but we were also, helping them get booked for public speaking engagements, helping them better communicate their business and their brand, which all leads me to today. In the consulting world, now I am helping, corporations in building out their business and their brand messaging, as well as coaching and working with small business owners who need people to know their name and know who they are. So that's enough about me, right? Because this ain't about me. But I had to give you a little bit of background if you guys are like, well, because a lot of times we'll get on these live streams and we'll watch these videos and you're like, are they really an expert? What's their background? Have they really done it? So I wanted to be sure that you guys knew that I've been there and done that before we jump into this conversation. So what this expert influence series is about is how to position yourself as an expert, especially for you service providers. If you're a service provider, let's say you're a business coach, a lifestyle coach, let's say that you help people transform things in their lives. Like, you have to sell yourself when you're that type of business owner, because a lot of times we can't just say like, I have this product right here and this product is, what I'm selling, but instead you're selling yourself. You're letting people know like, I'm an expert and I'm the one who can help you. I'm the one who can help you transform your vision and turn that into reality. So for people who are in the service industry, if you're watching, this is especially for you to kind of understand the importance of why you need to be able to translate what you can do to the minds of people who need to know that that's the service that you provide. Okay, so now that we've talked a little bit about me and the things that make me unique, and the things that make me, kind of stand out from the crowd, which are overall my experience. Hey, South Africa, how are you? And actually, hold on, let me scroll up. I missed some comments coming through. Continue on your extraordinary journey. Have to make a run. We'll watch the replay. Definitely be sure that you have text the word expert to 404-800-1806, and I'm going to send you guys the replay as well. But what really makes me unique is my journey. And one thing that makes you unique is your journey. It's what has brought you to where you are today. It's the experiences that have helped shape you into an expert. I know that so often, like I said earlier, we'll jump on these live streams and we'll hear from people and you're like, well, are they an expert? Are they really the ones who can teach me, the things that I need to grow my business? So that's what this is all about. What this is not about, this isn't about, that feeling of I have to self-promote. I got to post every minute about my products or services. I got to post 50 million times on Instagram in order for people to pay me attention. Like, I know that some people tell y'all to do that, but that's not the thing that positions you as an expert. All that does is drive home a lot of content, and content is great. But what are you saying with that content that's going to help people understand who you are and what it is that you do that matters, that gets you the check, that secures the bag? So, and today I really wanted to talk about what does it mean to have expert influence? Because so many of us want to be positioned as the expert, but what does it mean to actually be the expert? If you really want to be an expert, one, you have to have the experience. Let's not talk about expert influence for those who don't have experience. If this is like your first year in business, this conversation might not be for you. If this is like, I'm just jumping out there trying to see what's going to happen, this might not be for you. But if you really have that experience, like if you're like, you know, I do the best hair, I'm the best makeup artist, I'm the best service provider in my industry, I'm the best business coach. I know that my life has been a journey up to this point, which has led me to the purpose that I am giving out here as a service. Like so many of us have worked, like I just gave you guys like my whole resume, right? A whole 13-year resume to show you guys that expertise comes from experience. I know that a lot of people are just like out here blowing smoke, but if you're really an expert, it doesn't matter if you've got 500 followers. It doesn't matter if you only have 100 followers. That still gives you the credibility to be an expert because you have those years of experience. Like when somebody asks me a question about public relations, I don't really have to like think and be like, you know what, let me get back to you. Whatever question you're going to ask, I know that I'm about to be confident in it because I have the experience. Like, I know that it's some way that I can tell you how to get to your goal because I've already done that. I've already been there. I've already coached people through. I've already helped business owners. I've already, led people on the red carpet in front of hundreds of camera people. Like, I have done these things already. So that's really what makes you an expert. I know that sometimes that word can get like really daunting because people are thinking, if I'm an expert, everybody's an expert, or, I only have, this amount of experience. But if you have a solid 5 years of experience in your industry, whether it was as an entrepreneur or as an employee, you are still an expert. Everything that you say and everything that you do, like if you can walk confidently, let's say that you're, for right now, I can't think of anything else, but y'all, oh, thank you. We got a beauty industry expert in here because that's all that's on my mind today. But let's say that you are a beauty industry expert. If you know for 5 years, I've been putting on lashes, drawing eyebrows, putting on the best makeup, you're an expert. But here's the part where it gets tricky. How do I build my influence? What are the things about me that's going to draw attention to my business? What's going to draw people to my personal brand? Now, that's why this is called the Expert Influence Series. And that's because you can be an expert, but maybe you don't have the influence. Maybe you aren't able to easily attract people to your business or your brand. Maybe you're having a little bit of trouble getting engagement. Maybe you're like, I don't even know what to really say. So that's why I say the goal isn't self-promotion. It's really the goal is positioning yourself so that people understand what it is you offer. So that they understand you've got years upon years of experience. 22 years in the business industry, like come through. Like you're not playing games. You're like, yo, I know how to get your skin right. I know how to help you take care of your hair. I have experience with all different types of skin tones. I have experience with all different kinds of like acne and how to cover that up, dark spots, aging, wrinkle, lines, hair loss, all of these things. So that makes you an expert. But the question is, are you positioning yourself for success? Are you positioning yourself to secure the bag? Are you saying the right things that's going to draw the right people And when I say the right people, I mean your investors. I mean new audiences who are going to engage with you on social media. I mean people who are going to pay you for your services. That's when I say the right people, that's who I'm talking about. The people who matter. Not just the whole, and that's one thing that we have to remember, y'all. Everybody ain't our customer, right? So if everybody's not our customer, we're like, I just want 10,000 followers on Instagram. But if you want 10,000 followers, and if all of them, aren't engaging, or maybe they aren't buying, or maybe they aren't conversing with you, then what's the point? I just want to, I'm so happy that I do have a good following, but at the same time, I really want to talk to the people who want to talk about, business, who want to talk about growth, who want to talk about influence, who want to talk about public relations or growing their business or talk about being industry experts. I follow so many people, so I'm interested in a wide array of things, but I want to talk to my community. I want to talk to my people. You know what I mean? I don't just want to be out here and be like, I got 1 million followers and I don't have depth. I don't have the things that I really want in my community. And I'm so glad that I have that. Social media is new to you. It's new, but it's no problem. If it's new to you, it's still no problem, because with 22 years of experience, you can still position yourself to be influential. And that's really what this series is about. It kicks off today. So far, you guys, I have a lot of content planned, so this may go on for a while. So that's why I'm telling you there's going to be bits and pieces that I'm going to show you guys along the way. Because if I have 13 years of experience, y'all know I can't get it all out in one live stream. Y'all know that I'll be talking to y'all for hours, for days. But I'm going to spread it out so that you guys can really sink your teeth into this content and can really grasp what it is that you need to do in business, so that you can really say, Jamelia is talking about something Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I better be there because I want to be a part of the conversation, because I know that it's going to help my business grow, because I know that it's going to help me position myself to be in the right place where I'm attracting the right audiences. And I know that that's one of the biggest struggles that I've helped my clients with over the years. Actually, I'll talk about it. Sometimes you got to check yourself and be like, am I going to talk about it? Yeah, I'm going to talk about it. Actually, last week, I did a coaching session in helping someone start telling better stories about their services, better stories about their products. And one thing that happened on this call was the woman said, I've never shared that story with anyone. And I said, that's the story you need to start telling everyone. That is the story that really builds your credibility. When you say, I have 22 years of experience in the beauty industry, what's that one story, that one pivotal moment that solidifies that for you? So I've been working with people to pull out these stories. So when I say that my zone of genius is helping you tell better stories about your business, better stories about your product, that's what I'm talking about. Those stories that's going to build your influence. That story where when people meet you in person because they've seen you online, they can say, I really related to that thing that you said and how you shared it and how you talked about it. That thing is the thing that made me remember you. That's what influence is. I know that right now, there's this new, what do I call it? I guess a documentary. It's a documentary about, the Fire Festival. And one thing that they did was they relied on influencers to build up the marketing and the promotion for this event. But when you actually think about what is an influencer is anybody who can get you to take action. So that's why being an expert is different from being an influencer. An influencer is somebody who can influence you to take action. So how do you become an expert who influences people to take action? That's why this series is so important, and I want you guys to definitely text the number 404-800-1806. Text the keyword expert so you can be a part of this series, so that I can send you the replays in case you ever miss it. But overall, how do I position myself? How do I tell people? And that's why I said I can't do it all in just this one live stream. So I need y'all to rock with me for this whole series and and really be a part of this conversation, because you can be an expert and not have influence, or you can have influence and still not be an expert. So all the people who promoted, the Fire Festival, they weren't necessarily experts. They were just people who could drive action. But imagine what it would do for your business if people actually knew that you were a credible person, you had great services to offer, you had good products, and then that was able to help you translate into being the expert who drives them to take action. Now, that's why that is so important, and that's why this series is so important. And that's why even when starting this, I wanted to give y'all my whole 13-year resume and kind of tell y'all, like, yo, when it comes to public relations, when it comes to communication, when it comes to brand messaging, like, I'm your girl. I've been there. From red carpets to boardrooms to live streams. I've been there. So I'm really excited about this series. I just wanted to do an introduction today of it, to really give you guys an understanding of what's to come, to really give you guys an understanding of the difference between being an expert and an influencer, and how to combine the two to help grow your brand awareness and to help drive home your brand messaging. And that's so important when you're sharing your story, because people have to know, like, and trust you to do business with you. A lot of times your business may be based off of referrals. Referrals are really awesome, but you don't want to, put your success into the hands of, are people going to tell other people about me? Like, what are you doing to tell people about you? That's what this series is about. How do you tell people about you? That's what this series is about. Understanding how to showcase that you have 22 years of experience in the beauty industry. How to showcase that and then help people with taking action with you. That's what public relations is all about. If you're like, I understand and I know that I need PR. Actually, 2 weeks ago, I just did a free webinar for you guys where I talked about, how is public relations used in your business. And I showed you guys my PR Ready, Set, Go framework. And in that framework, everything that I showed you guys is what we're going to talk about in this series, but we're putting it into action. I definitely think I'm going to host that webinar again in February, because, y'all know I don't really do replays. But, yeah, I haven't put it on my calendar, but I'm going to do that because I definitely want you guys to understand the foundation that public relations helps you build, so that this series is even more impactful for you. Yeah, I got to think of a day that I'm going to put that on the calendar, but I got y'all for anybody who missed it. And really, building your influence is learning the powerful things that you need to say to drive action. Being the expert is actually you working in your industry. So there's no change there. If you actually are for sure know what you're talking about when it comes to the service and the products that you provide, then this series is for you. Okay, so I'm going to take off, but I'm so excited that I really got to talk to you guys about who I am and my experience in public relations and how all of those things have brought me to where I am now. And really giving you guys the understanding that your expertise is not the same as influence. However, you need both of those to really grow your business and, showing people that you are the one that they need to do business with. You missed my experience? I'm posting this replay, don't worry. And if you text the keyword expert to 404-800-1806, I'm going to send you the link to the replay. So definitely join in on this talk. Like, we're going to be live every Friday at 10 a.m. and I have several series that we're going through. There's probably going to be, honestly, about 10. Because I understand that. And one, y'all, let me say, we kicking off February 1st. Today is February 1st, the start of Black History Month. And if nothing else, I want to make sure that we are winning. I want to make sure that we are standing up and letting people know that this is the thing I do. This is how I've done it. This is my process. This is how I can help you, and be able to promote that in an authentic way. I know that self-promotion sometimes can feel icky. It can feel like, I don't feel like I can brag about myself, or it feels like bragging, or it feels like I'm overly talking about myself. But I am here to get you out of that mindset so that you're able to promote your business effectively without feeling icky, to help you promote your business without being ashamed, and so that you aren't just promoting and putting out content that people aren't taking action with. So that's what this series is about. Be sure that you text the keyword expert to 404-800-1806. And when you do that, I'm going to shoot you a text message back letting you know that you're in. And from there, I'm going to be sending you guys the replays. I'm going to be sending you guys tips throughout the week that's going to help you, build on what we talk about. All right, so that's all. I'm Jamelia R., your PR coach and visibility strategist. I've got 13 years of experience in PR marketing and events. I'm your go-to resource if you're looking to position yourself as an influential expert. If you want more media attention, if you want more eyeballs on your business, if you want to attract the right audience, I'm your girl. So we're going to talk next week, Friday, 10 a.m. This is the kickoff of that series. I want you guys to text the keyword expert to 404-800-1806 because it's going to be hugely important in how we're moving forward when it comes to building our brand awareness, how we're moving forward when it comes to letting people know what our expertise is. All right, so I'm going to take off, but I thank you guys so much for joining me. Facebook, I'm going to say goodbye to y'all first. Bye.